look so pretty when I sleep. Hey now and when I wake up, you look so pretty sleeping next to me. But there is not enough time, and there is no...
Well, Lexi and I met. We were actually at church together. We didn't go there together, but I was up on the stand passing the sacrament. I looked down and Lexi walked in all by herself and sat down. And I thought, wow, what a beautiful girl. I had known her a little bit from the ward before, the last 12 years or so, 13 years. I saw her up there and she looked really cute. And I knew she was a good girl. I loved her family. So I said, you know what, if no one sits next to her, I think I'm going to go sit next to her. And things finished up and I walked off the stand and she was still alone. So I sat next to her and we joked around a little bit during sacrament. And one thing led to the next. And I got her phone number. We were going to go golfing later that week.
Josh and I met this summer in our home ward, and I remember he asked me for my number during Sunday school, and I gave it to him expecting a phone call. And then about a week later, I still hadn't received a phone call, but I was out getting ice cream with a friend, and he saw me and called the friend that I was with and asked why I hadn't answered my phone over the last week, and I told Josh that he had never called me.
And it ended up being the wrong number, and that was kind of sad. I thought Lexi had given me the wrong number. She had led me on and crushed my dreams. But it was actually my fault. I'd actually put it into my phone wrong. She had given me the right number.
Now, consequently, Josh had written down the correct number, but had typed it wrong in his phone. So our first meeting was kind of interesting, but after he got my phone number right, he called and asked me out on a date, and we ended up going golfing, which I had never done before, so I'm pretty sure he was amused.
She was good. Her first shot hit it 150 yards straight down the fairway. She was a natural from the beginning.
And I remember we were driving down by one of the holes and he wasn't paying attention, and he almost ran our golf cart into a wall. So on our first date he almost killed us, which is quite hysterical to me.
And after that we went back to my house and we cooked dinner. I ended up burning the steaks.
The steaks are on fire.
We looked at the temperature gauge on the barbecue. It was 600 degrees in there. We had a great time.
So not only did he almost kill us on our first date, we almost lit the house on fire. And I just remember it being one of the funnest dates of my life. After, we just went downstairs and talked and took me home, and it was just really fun.
After one more date, I talked to my friend Ryan, a great friend of mine, and I said to him, I said, Ryan, I'm gonna marry that girl. And he said, really? You know, after 2 dates? I said, yeah. There's no question in my mind.
The proposal. I had come home for my cousin's reception, and Josh called me a week in advance and was like, do you want to go golfing on Friday when you get back? And I was like, sure, I'd love to go golfing. And it was really weird since he had never said that he had to schedule a tee time, and he had asked me a week in advance if I wanted to go.
We went back to the golf course again because that was where our first date was. I had a friend of mine put the ring down inside one of the holes. It really worked out nice.
And on the 6th hole, I looked across the bend. There was like a little river, and I looked across and I saw that there were a whole bunch of orange something I couldn't see from that distance away. There was something on the hole, and at first I thought, who left all their stuff on hole 6? And I thought it was really rude that they would just leave whatever they were carrying with them by the hole. But as we got closer to the hole, I noticed that it wasn't someone else's stuff, but it was a whole bunch of flowers.
She found the ring and was surprised by it.
And Josh got down on one knee and proposed, and I said yes.
Things I love about Lexi, she's just always radiating a good spirit. She's just always happy. She's just a very, very lovable person. She gives a lot of love also. She just loves everybody, loves to make everyone happy. She's the peacemaker. She's just an amazing person. And I can't wait to spend the rest of my life with her and the rest of eternity. I love her very dearly.
Things I love about Josh are that he treats his family with such respect, and he loves them so much, and I can tell that whenever he's with me, that's how he treats me too. And and I love how he always calls and asks me if I love him. He's double checking, and I always say yes, and he'll always call and just tell me that he loves me even if it's in the middle of the night. And I love the way he cares so much about school and about the gospel and about all of his friends. He's never said, I don't think I've ever heard Josh say anything bad about one of his friends, and he just loves them, and I know that he loves me too. The end.
Grow old along with me.